Dear students, today let's start the topic geometry. Geometry has a long and rich history. The word geometry is derived from two Greek words. One is geo, the meaning is earth, and the second one it is metron, and the meaning is measure. There are a variety of mathematicians, very famous mathematicians. They discovered and derived the geometrical facts and principles. All these things were collected in a geometrical text called Element. It is written by Euclid. Euclid is a great mathematician who gave geometry its present shape. We call him as the father of geometry. In this chapter, let's learn some basic concepts of geometry. Some concepts, some terms we have come across. Let's revise it here and let's learn something more. Let's start with the very known thing, point. As you know, a small dot marked by a sharp pencil in anywhere made can consider as a point. What is a point? It determines a location. It has no length, no width or no thickness. Usually, a point is denoted by a single capital letter X, P, A, Y or M or N, like this. Let's move to the next concept. It's line. A line has length only. It has no breadth or no thickness. What is the basic concept of a line? It is the straightness and it extends indefinitely in both the directions. Line means it extends on both the directions. There is no end point and we cannot measure the length. A line is made up of an infinite number of points, uncountable number of points. You can mark as many points as you wish in the line. So, its uncountable points joined together form a line. Now, how we can represent a line? We can represent a line in two ways. The first way is just give a small letter line of the alphabet. Let it be L. So, the name of this line is L. You can use M, N, P, Q, any small letter alphabets. There is one more way. This is the usual way, using two different capital letters. So, here I am marking 2 points. Just to note, say A and B. So, this line we can denote as AB and we can write it as line AB. Next, let's go to the concept plane. A solid has a surface which may be flat or curved. For example, the surface of a top of a table, it's flat, right? What about a football? It's curved. Now, let's consider some other examples. A page of your notebook, the surface of a blackboard or surface of a wall, ceiling or floor of the room are all examples of a plane. So, we can think that flat surface are known as plane. So, a plane has length and breadth, but thickness is not there. And what about the concept of plane? It is its flatness, and we can extend the plane indefinitely to all the directions. Usually, a plane is represented by a rectangle or a parallelogram. We can denote a plane in two ways. by writing a single small letter alphabet such as P, Q, R, X, Y, etc. inside the rectangle or a parallelogram. Here I am writing the small letter P and we can read it as plain P. Another way is by taking three different points. Let it be X, Y and Z. We are taking three different points in the plane, but it is not on the same line. And we can read it as plane X, Y, Z. Since the plane extends indefinitely in all the directions, the length and breadth of the plane are unlimited. So a plane has no definite length and no definite breadth. Let's learn some properties of points and lines in a plane. The first one is an unlimited number of lines can be drawn passing through a given point. What it is? Let's see by drawing it. We can mark a point A on a sheet of paper. I am drawing a line segment through the point A. Let it be L. Let's draw another line through the same point A. Let it be M. Through the point A, we can draw many such lines. Look how many lines I have drawn. Again we can draw many lines. So, an unlimited number of lines can be drawn in a plane passing through the given point on a plane. ഒരു പ്ലെയിൻ ഷീറ്റ് ഓഫ് പേപ്പറിൽ ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ഇടുക. ആ പോയിന്റിലൂടെ എത്ര ലൈൻസ് വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റുമെന്ന് നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് വരച്ചു നോക്കിയേ. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റും, നമുക്ക് എണ്ണി തിട്ടപ്പെടുത്താൻ കഴിയില്ല. അത്രയും നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ലൈൻസ് നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു പോയിന്റിലൂടെ വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റും. അതാണ് ഈ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി പറയുന്നത്. An unlimited number of lines. We cannot count the number of lines. That much of lines can be drawn through a given point in a plane. It is the first property. Let's move to the next one. There is exactly one line passing through two distinct given points in a plane. What it is? Let's consider two points in the plane. One is A and another is B. We are trying to draw lines which passes through A and B together. For that, let's draw lines through A and B. So when I draw some lines through A and B, it is like this. Now I am trying to draw a line which passes through both A and B. Look, I can draw only one line. I cannot draw more than one line which passes through A and B. You can try it in your own notebook. So, we can draw only one line, exactly one line passing through two distinct points in a plane. നോട്ട്ബുക്കിൽ 2 പോയിന്റ്സ് അടയാളപ്പെടുത്തുക. ആ 2 പോയിന്റും ജോയിൻ ചെയ്ത് എത്ര ലൈൻ വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റും എന്നൊന്ന് വരച്ചു നോക്കൂ. ഒരേ ഒരു ലൈൻ മാത്രമേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. അതാണ് ഈ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി പറയുന്നത്. There is exactly one line we can draw which passes through two distinct points in a plane. So what we can say? Two distinct points determines a unique line. Two distinct points determine a unique line. ഏതെങ്കിലും 2 പോയിന്റ്സ് മാത്രം അടയാളപ്പെടുത്തിയാൽ ആ 2 പോയിന്റിലൂടെയും കടന്നു പോകുന്ന ഒരേ ഒരു ലൈൻ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് വരയ്ക്കാൻ സാധിക്കത്തുള്ളൂ. സോ two distinct point determines a unique line. Let's move to the next property. Two different lines in a plane either intersect at exactly one point or are parallel. This also we can do in our own notebook. Just draw any two lines. You can draw in these two different ways only. The first way is we can draw by intersecting the line between. Another way, we can draw two different lines. So the ways are two lines which intersect each other, and another way it is two lines do not intersect each other. When two lines intersect each other, there is a common point. That point is called point of intersection. You can see here these two lines, this line L and M, meet at a common point. Let it be P. So P we can call as the point of intersection. So what is point of intersection? The point which lies on both the lines is called point of intersection. In another way, the meeting point of two lines is called point of intersection. Then what was the second possibility? The second possibility is that the two lines do not intersect each other. If two lines do not intersect each other, we can name it as parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Yes, the two lines do not intersect each other and there will not be any common point. And one more thing I can say, then the distance between the parallel lines will always be equal. So we can define parallel line like lines do not intersect each other and there is no point in common. Such lines are called parallel lines. Let's learn a new set of points. It's collinear points. What are collinear points? Let's draw a line at first. I'm marking here 3 points A, B and C. So the 3 points A, B and C are the points of the line L. Collinear point means 3 or more points in the same plane. If they lie in the same line, then we can say that these 3 points are collinear points. Let's consider another line. Say 3 points X, Y and I am marking Z here. So can we say X, Y and Z are collinear points? Not at all. X, Y and Z are the points on the same plane but they not lie in the same line segment. So we cannot say these X, Y and Z are collinear points. We call it as non-collinear points. Let's take another example. Here I am marking P, Q, R, S, T. Here it is U and here it is V. So if we consider the points P, Q, R, S, T, these 5 points are collinear points. They lie on the same line. But if we add the points U and V, we can say that it's non-collinear points. So how we can define collinear point? 3 or more points in a plane are called collinear points if and only if all of them lie on the same line. ഒരു പ്ലെയിനിലെ പോയിന്റ്സിനെ കൊളീനിയർ പോയിന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എപ്പോഴാണ്? 3 അതിലധികമോ പോയിന്റ്സ് ഒരു സ്ട്രെയിറ്റ് ലൈനിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മളതിനെ കൊളീനിയർ പോയിന്റ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Let's consider concurrent lines. What are concurrent lines? Let's take this example. Let it be L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, etc. All these lines passes through a common point. The common point is here. I am marking the common point as. So, more than 3 lines in the same plane, they passes through a common point, and such lines are called concurrent lines, and the common point O, we can name it as point of concurrence. So, 3 or more lines in a plane are called concurrent lines if and only if all of them pass through the same point, and this point is called the point of concurrence. Dear students, almost all the concepts of this chapter are learned earlier, but you have to learn again each and every point, learn well, draw and learn. Because these basic concepts we need in the higher classes. And the question will come in another way also. So, learn properly. Thank you, dears.